YouTube, what's good? Welcome back to another case study on the channel. Today, I got my boy Chase here all the way from Philly. He just got off doing a $20,000 month with me. Some of the highlights being a 11K week and a $3,300 day as a complete beginner while doing AI organic dropshipping, right? This was the first ever product I recommended for him, and off the rip, he went absolutely crazy. So Chase, thank you so much for joining us today, brother.
Of course.
If you want to go ahead and introduce yourself to the people and talk a little bit about your organic dropshipping journey up until now.
Yeah, so my name's Chase. I live right outside of Philly in PA. 19. Currently in college still, so took a little gamble on this. Um, and I started organic about I want to say late September, like end of summer really. That's when I really started not really getting into it, really like watching a lot of videos on it, like learning the basics and stuff, you know what I mean? And it was kind of just like a lot of video watching up until January, where I saw like a lot of the case studies in this program, and I was like, bro, why not just commit fully, bro? Like, cause like I was kind of like, I would run like, I don't know, like I told you about remember the one product I ran, the Jesus plushie.
Yeah, yeah.
I ran that for like a week, and I got like good views. I got a 30K view vid. That was probably my highest view vid, and that was in honestly October. Oh, but I only ran it for like a week because I didn't get any like conversions or anything. Um, and then I ran that for a week. I kind of just like took a break because like I was just in college and shit, so I was like doing shit there. And then in December, I picked up the POV glasses because I saw them all over the burner and shit. And okay, I was like skeptic about running them too because they were already so saturated. But I was like, I mean, if there's still this many people running it, there's still money in the pot. So
Right.
I picked them up and I ran them by myself for about a week, and I didn't really see much at all. So I just dropped them, and then I kind of just enjoyed the rest of my winter break, just not really doing organic as much, like watching a video here or there. Um, but I wasn't really doing it that much. And then come January, um, end of January, I was like, bro, going into my second semester, I look, you have so much free time in college too, because I'm not playing any sports or anything. So hella free time. So I was like, I might as well just commit to this because like I'm really interested in this shit. Like I've been looking at it, like watching videos on ecom and stuff the past like 2 years of my life. So I'm like mad interested in like online money. So I was like, why not just get into it, bro? Fully commit. And then that's when I found you and stuff. So
Heck yeah, bro. That's awesome. Yeah. So I know you were running a couple of like little beginner products before joining. You were just kind of practicing the skills of going viral, like the day to day of being like an organic dropshipper or whatever you want to call it. I hate saying that word, but like, you know what I'm saying? Like just
yeah,
kind of getting used to the
yeah,
business model while still being in
yeah.
college. Cause let's just preface that like you are going to college full time, right? Right now or part time?
Oh, full time. Yeah,
Full time, yeah,
yeah.
full time college student while still trying to manage organic, and obviously you made it work. But what were some of those like main struggles for you, like in the beginning? Whether it's trying to juggle organic and college, or maybe some specific things about the business model that you were struggling with.
So before joining, the thing I struggled with most was probably product selection, and honestly, just like being pushed down the right path because like I said, I would run a product for a week and then I'd cut it off if I didn't see anything. Like realistically, if you're running a product like that, you want to at least run it for like two or three just to see if it goes off eventually, you know what I mean?
Hmm.
And then there's also like a lot of little shit that goes into this shit. Like it's a lot of tedious stuff that like I wasn't aware of, where I would like overthink like everything and make the process so much longer. Like website building, content, when to post, like stupid shit like that.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So like I feel like joining the mentorship really helped me just like narrow down that path and make the process so much more clear. You know what I mean?
Right. Right. And before joining, how much money had you made with organic, and like roughly how many views? Like were you able to go viral at one point, or?
Yeah, literally just the Jesus Plussy. That's all I went viral with, and it was not my target audience because, like I said, it didn't convert. So it was like a 30K view vid, and then like every other vid was like I got a few more good ones on that account, probably like 10K or so. But
Hmm.
there's only a few. Like I only ran it for a week and I dropped it. And then the glasses, I was only getting like 400, 400 views on each vid, and I
Hmm.
dropped it. So I didn't get that many views. Um, yeah, I wasn't getting that much traction.
And
So
no sales at all, right?
No sales, yeah. No
Got you.
sales.
Got you.
Zero sales.
So I remember when you first joined the program, you already had the POV glasses in hand. So I just told you like, hey, let's just keep on running this, just to like, learn the skills of organic, getting comfortable with the product, being able to come up with concepts, audios, etc. But then eventually, you started to notice how we were utilizing AI inside of the Discord, and that's when you kind of reached out to me and you're like, yo, I want to give this kind of like a go. And I was like, I typically don't do this because, I like to say to a lot of people that want to do AI and get into it, it's like you kind of need to learn the fundamentals of organic before you hop onto it because it doesn't really make sense, right? Because AI is kind of like
Yeah.
an amplifier, a tool that we use as organic dropshippers to even go more viral. Also niche down in terms of like characters, avatars, and be able to make any B-roll that we possibly want, right? But with Chase,
Yeah.
I was like, this kid's dedicated. I wanted to just kind of, like I said, roll the dice on you. And I was like, you know what? Let's do it. And that's when we went ahead and started doing fully AI videos and kind of talk about that, like your experience with AI and how it's so different to organic. And what do you think really separated you from, a lot of the beginners that, tried doing this really?
Yeah. So honestly, like when Kevin first picked this prod for me, we were gonna run it organically.
Mm,
And then like right before it got to my house, he's like, bro, honestly, like we've been figuring out shit with AI, so just run this shit AI. And I was like, okay, bet. So I actually ran it like AI plus like I showcased it myself, but I ran
mm,
like the hooks and stuff with AI.
yeah.
And honestly, bro, like you can make anything. Like instead of like it's crazy because like instead of like me like dressing up or getting like my mom or something to like hold it back, because it's a girly product.
Right.
So instead of like getting them to do it like showcase or whatever, for like the hooks and stuff, I could literally just make an avatar in the
Right.
niche in the right setting, and it would just pull in views. You know what I mean? Because it would just
Right.
attract the audience so much more than if I were to do it myself. You know? So um, and honestly, like the use of AI just it was pretty easy because Harper, bro. Oh my god, his lessons are great.
Yeah.
Like
Shout out Harper, bro.
I literally yes, bro. I literally watched two of his AI lessons, and I learned AI within a day, literally a day,
Right.
after watching those two videos. And then I had my videos coming out the next day, and
Yeah.
then 3 days after, 3 days of posting, first video went viral, and I literally just copied. I copied one competitor's video. It wasn't he wasn't running the same product, but like same type of product, just different variant sort of.
Mm-hmm.
So I copied him one for one, just with my AI avatar and my setting, and that shit just blew up, bro. I got like 2.2 million views, and then that's really what got me going crazy at the start. And then later in the week, I remade that same video, but in a different setting, but the same hook and everything, and it went viral again. And it went viral on TikTok, Instagram, and Facebook. So
Right. And you were also mixing too, you said, right? The showcase part of the product, you would actually film that yourself to be able to
yeah,
showcase it properly and stuff like that.
yeah, I was literally going around my house, just like picking different spots, just filming the product myself, just showing it off. So, you
Right.
know,
Right. So I wanted to ask you, like, how did you kind of go about like finding concepts for this product? I know you were copying competitors. Like, would you optimize like a burner to see other competition that were, also running similar products or?
yeah, yeah. So I had, so literally just on my account, like the TikTok, the account that I ran the product on, my For You page was already like kind of established to what I was posting. So, and it was niche down. So I would literally just search up the main thing in my niche and then scroll on it. I found this one concept and it was literally just showcasing the product. Like I wasn't even doing anything. It was just showcasing and the
Right.
sound and the text that went pretty viral. I got like 20 some K views. So I got a couple of my concepts just off my burner, like from that account, from my niche. You know what I
Mm-hmm.
mean? So like you don't need to copy one for one to go viral. You can make up your own stuff. So
Right. And I mean, dude, you were running a girl product as a man, right? And now with
yeah,
AI, it's totally possible because, like you said, you could go ahead and shapeshift into any avatar that you could
exactly. It's
possibly
crazy.
think of and, build the perfect avatar to showcase that product in that specific niche, right? Because your product was very, very niche, right? And there was probably no
Yes.
way you would have
Yeah.
been able to run it yourself, right? Like, a whole
Yeah.
dude.
Yeah.
So it's definitely insanely powerful. And also, I wanted to ask you, so from the time that I picked out the product for you, it got to your crib and you started posting, how quick did you kind of see the results? Like, because I think first day of testing you went like viral, right? Or maybe was it like second day or?
It was no, it was the second day
Yeah.
or third day, I believe, because the first 2 days were like very slow. I got like 2K views and stuff, so it was like all right. And then that third day, like I said, I copied that one video,
Yeah.
and boom, it just blew
Just blew
up.
up.
And then all my other videos started getting pushed out. So
Right.
it just pulled in a lot more views, like in general.
So you created the website like that same day that you went viral. It was like around like
Oh
8
yeah,
p.m., right? Like pretty
bro.
late.
I remember this day vividly, bro. So I posted the video at 11 a.m. and I was out to lunch with my mom, bro. And I was like, I texted you at like I think 12:30 or 1 o'clock, and I was out to lunch, and I was like, bro, this video is low-key getting traction. Like, should I make a website? It's getting a lot of demand in the comments. He's like, you're like honest, yeah. He's like, make a website ASAP, bro. Like this is getting mad traction, and you should have like 20K views by the end of the day. And I was like, all right, bet. So I got home from lunch. I was literally making a website for the next like few hours until like 8 p.m. I posted the website, and then I got my first two sales that night, and then the next morning, it was just it was history.
Yeah. You woke up that next morning to what, like a
It was like 1K already
holy
at
shit.
like 9:30, bro.
Holy shit,
It's
dude.
crazy.
Wow. Wow.
I
That's
know.
incredible. That's incredible.
And then
All
just
right.
went up.
Let's go ahead and let's see the damage. Let's go ahead and break it down. Let's take a look at the dashboard and kind of go like day
All
by
right, bet.
day. Because that is crazy, bro. Next day already hitting 1K.
This is the full month, so
Yep.
9K full month, and then let's go to the week. It was the 21st at 8 p.m. I dropped it.
So let's go like day by day. So
Okay.
you went ahead and dropped the website the 21st, or was it?
Wait, was it the 21st or the 22nd? Maybe it was the 22nd. Yeah, 22nd. Okay.
Okay.
So I dropped the website the 22nd,
Right.
and I got 195.
Okay.
And then next morning, or next day, I had 3.3K a day.
That's crazy. Wow. That's
And
insane.
then the next day, and mind you, I didn't even have remember I was texting you, I was like, bro, should I open up my market to like
Yeah, he had no
national?
markets. Yeah.
I literally only had US market, bro. And you're like, bro, you're missing out on so much.
Yeah, I know, because people were asking, it's like, oh, I can't purchase from Canada or whatever. And I was
Yeah,
like, dude,
yeah.
your markets are off. Like, turn that shit
You're
on
like, are
right
you
now.
shipping to Australia? I'm like, nah. I was like, soon. And then I texted you, you're like, bro, turn that shit on right now. I was like,
Yeah.
oh, shit.
You could have probably ended off that day at like 5K, to be
Yeah,
realistic with you.
probably. Yeah. And then the next day it was 2.2.
Holy
And
cow.
then
Another 1K.
1,200, 800. And this is where it started going down because I only was only targeting US. Those are the
Right.
2 days, the 26th and the 27th. And I
Yep.
think I opened it back up on the 28th to like national. And then it went back up.
Yeah. Dude, you could have
Yeah.
made so much more money, dude.
I
But hey, I mean,
know.
dude, like you didn't know better, right? It was your first ever like
Yeah,
winner.
exactly. Yeah, you win some, you lose some.
Yeah, you kind of just have to kind of go through the process and learn. But you know,
Mhm.
that mistake won't happen ever again, right?
No, bro. No. No.
All right, so let's take a look at that whole week, right? Let's do 22nd to the 29th, or was it?
Yeah.
Yeah, so in total you did like 11K in a singular week. So what was kind of going through your head when you were just like
Bro.
making all this money, right? As a college student, you know?
It didn't even feel real, bro. Like I was getting all the sales, like, holy shit, bro. This is insane. My first ever product, bro. It's crazy. Like it actually didn't feel real at all.
Right.
Like I didn't even know what to think. Like I didn't think it was real until it hit my bank account. Like the next week, I started getting payouts.
Yeah.
But beforehand, I was like I didn't really feel anything. I was
Mhm.
just like excited, but like I didn't feel anything. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, dude, you were kind of going through like that first like ever win with, you know, the business model, and even just learning how to fulfill orders, talk to private suppliers, talk to
Literally.
customers that were DMing you and commenting, and you know, you were just learning so much in so little time that it was probably like super like holy cow for you, you know, like euphoric
Yeah, it was
in the
just
sense.
all
Yeah.
my first time learning literally everything. So
Right, right, right. That's incredible. So anything else you wanted to show? I mean, you can go back to the last 30 days, or yeah, you could do the
Yeah, I
last
did
30
that.
days. To kind of see the whole entire thing. Yeah, so last 30 days, 19.2K in a singular month, first ever product you touched, and then like you said, the rest is history. So is there anything you want to like talk about specifically that you did differently than competitors? Because I know you had a lot of competition after you kind of went viral. What are some things that you think were important to kind of, you know, make this happen?
I would say really staying in your niche and not like drifting off. Like you need to stay like dialed into your niche and like on your target audience. Because if you drift off, you're gonna lose viewers.
Mm-hmm.
And I think just keep making like new settings, new hooks, just like within your niche that like you will get views. Like, you know what I mean? Like, because a lot of my competitors, like they would literally copy me one for one. And some of them even like took my video one for one and then copied their own character over it. I was like, yo,
Yeah.
what the hell, bro?
So
But
lazy,
they weren't
bro.
getting, yeah, literally, they weren't getting any views though. But
Right.
honestly, it would just stay an original.
Right. And I mean, you were the first one
So
to pioneer this product as well. Like we brought it to the market.
yeah,
So that's
yeah.
something that's also super important as well, is like being first to something. And that's what I think really moved the needle for you as a complete beginner, right? Like a lot of beginners when they start organic, like they don't tend to get like crazy wins like this. But I think because you introduced basically a new niche as well as a new product, you just blew up so quick, right? And it's funny because after your product
Hmm.
dropped, people started finding like different variants, and then running other
Yeah,
products
yeah.
like, that were similar to the niche that you were in, and you kind of just pioneered like a whole movement, which is really funny
Hmm.
to me. But you can even talk about like how we went ahead and kind of found this product together. Like I think we found it through Ali, right? Or was
No,
it?
I found it on my burner
Oh, okay.
because this one guy was running like a different variant of that product. Just it
Right.
was like a regular
Yeah, yeah.
version. Mine was more niche.
Mm-hmm.
And he like put it in his video for like a split second, but he wasn't like selling it.
Right.
So you were like, bro, honestly, this is untapped. Just focus on this one product
Mm-hmm.
and just run that shit up. So that's what I did. I ordered it, got to my house, and then I ran it up. So
Beautiful.
I was the first one on it.
Yeah.
So
No, no, for sure. That's incredible. Awesome, bro. And so, Chase, like, how were you feeling before joining FSC? Because obviously, this was like your first ever mentorship, and kind of getting like your first taste of, being in like an exclusive Discord with one-on-one mentoring and stuff like that. So, how are you kind of feeling before joining?
um I was a little on not on edge, but you can always be skeptical about like mentorships and courses and
Right.
blah 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 stuff like that. So I mean, I wasn't too skeptical because I watched like a lot of your YouTube videos throughout like October up until then I joined. So like I knew you seem like a mad genuine person. So like I just like trusted you. I don't know why, but I just like trusted you. And also another good reason I joined is because I saw your case study with Mark back in the summer, and I watched that, and ever since that I like followed him on Insta, and I was like watching his journey. I'm like, bro, this kid's the same age as me.
Right.
Like if he can do that shit, I can do that shit. So like why not? And then obviously he was in FSC, so I was like, oh, I'm gonna join a mentorship. I was literally between your mentorship and CMG,
Mm-hmm.
but I was like, because I watch Kane's YouTube videos too, like his case studies and stuff. So I was between you two, but I was like, honestly, you just seem like a lot more focused on your students. So I chose you, and because of Mark too. So big shout out to Mark.
Yeah,
I'm
yo,
not
shout out
gonna
Mark, bro. Shout out
lie.
Mark, bro.
You lucky got me on this shit.
Yeah. Yeah, no, Mark's a big inspo, bro. Same age as you,
Hmm.
like just printing.
Yeah,
He was in college too, and then he also ended up dropping out and just
yeah,
going all
yeah.
in. And that's something that I wanted to ask you as well. Like, what's kind of like your game plan with organic? Like, are you gonna still continue to like do this part time, or what's like your end goal with all this?
So honestly, I'm not even too sure yet. Like, this is just like the beginning. So
Right.
I'm kind of like I'm still new to
Yeah, you're
everything. So
still so new to this. Yeah.
I'm definitely still trying to like grind out on organic and stuff. But like come summertime, I was thinking maybe if I hit like 100K rev, I'll think about what I'm gonna do at college.
Right.
So because like at that point, bro, like what job's gonna be paying you that much? Like right
Right.
at college,
Right.
realistically.
Right.
So honestly, if that happens, I might just commit full time to this. So
Yeah. Absolutely. What are you currently studying right now?
I'm in marketing, so
Oh, oh, that's beautiful.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah,
actually,
yeah.
that helps a ton
It
probably.
does, it does, yeah.
So, like, do your teachers know about like what you do? Like your family, have you like been open about that
So
or?
so like my teacher, I haven't talked to any of my teachers about it or anything,
Right.
but like my family, they don't know how much I've made or anything. They like know what I'm doing. I just tell them because they don't know like what organic dropshipping is.
Right.
So I just tell them like I'm selling shit online. That's really all I tell them, and
Yeah.
they're like, okay, okay, do your thing. And then um, I still haven't told them. I'm probably gonna tell them soon though. And I told a lot of my boys back home about it. I told them how much I made. Told my girlfriend. So like all my friends know, but none of my family really knows how much I've like made. You know what I mean?
Right. 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 You're keeping
So
it low key. It's probably hard for them to
Yeah,
understand too. Like, he's like, what do you mean, like, you're
exactly.
making
Like
money online?
I don't even know how to tell them, to be honest.
Yeah, I'm the
So
same way. I keep it super broad, like just easy to
yeah,
understand. I do
yeah,
e-com, I sell products online. That's it, right?
very simple. Yeah,
Um, so also another thing I want to ask you, Chase, like how long was it until you saw results inside of FSE?
bro, probably a little over a month. It was literally exactly 2 months because the 24th I joined on January, and then March 22nd, so literally 2 months in, I literally hit my first 11K week. It's
Right.
insane.
Yeah.
So
Absolutely nuts.
those first 2 months, I was kind of just grinding out, learning organic, because I was still am a rookie, low key, but
Right.
like learning the basics and stuff. So those 2 months was just grinding, product research, running those POV glasses, just a lot of that stuff.
Right.
So
And also like rewiring your brain from like what you learned on YouTube to, what I teach in
exactly.
here. And I remember it was like kind of like night and day difference. Like that whole month you were just like watching the course, going to every single group call, booking one-on-one calls with me,
Hmm.
and just trying to soak everything in, right? Because it was almost like you were a rookie, right? And you were just trying to learn
Exactly.
everything possible and just apply, right? And I
Exactly.
think
Yeah.
that actually running that POV, the POV glasses helped you a ton just because you got used to posting consistently, finding new concepts, targeting different niches, which then, evidently helped you with your first AI product, which is why I think you killed it, because you did
Yeah.
learn a ton from that product. And I think it was necessary for you.
Hmm.
But I mean, obviously now, you're definitely going all in on you're definitely going all in on AI, and it seems
Yeah.
like you enjoy it, and it's a lot higher leverage for you as well because you're in school, so you probably
Yeah.
don't have
Yeah.
like
It's a lot
the
easier.
best like backgrounds and stuff like that.
Nah.
So like you could just be chilling on your laptop from your dorm room and just cooking. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, like literally, bro. I was literally when I was doing the POV glasses, I was outside like in the courtyard with my little chest cam with the jacket on. I'm like, bro, this is so ridiculous.
Right in the
But
middle of the winter, just
yes,
snow. I
bro, snow
remember.
everywhere. But yeah, it was
Right.
funny. But yeah, running the glasses definitely helped me like get down content and like consistency with posting and everything like that. So,
Yeah. Yeah. What would you say is like your favorite part about the community?
bro, I would just say all the guys in there, bro, because you go in there, they're always talking about something new, something going crazy. You always have like the latest knowledge. Because honestly, we are the latest knowledge. We like Looky, this group Looky runs organic. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
So we are the latest knowledge. But like the win section, bro, you go in there every day. There's someone printing, so it just gives you more motivation to just keep going. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So honestly, just like the connections you make inside the group.
Right. Right. Connections are super valuable, right? Like it's
Hmm.
so corny to say, bro. I say it a million times, but like your network is your net worth, right? Like you're surrounded by guys that are just killing it in organic. It's just a matter of time before you become one of us, right? That's why I think you did so
Exactly.
well because like you got access to all the latest knowledge, and you were able to go ahead and hop on calls with guys that are printing, 100K a month, right?
Yeah.
And a lot of it was done with the guidance of Harper, right, our advanced coach.
Yeah. Yeah.
And he definitely put you on to all the resources necessary to go ahead and fucking print right off the bat. You kind of
Mhm.
just like speed ran the whole process, right? Because
Yeah,
I wanted
yeah,
to ask
pretty
you that
much,
too. Like how long do you think it would have taken you to kind of see results if you would have done this all
bro.
yourself?
Uh, Probably like a year, bro. I'm not gonna lie, because like even when I was doing it myself, like before I joined, like I said, I would run a product for a week, drop it. So
Right.
imagine how long it would take me to like find an actual winner without running it for just like a week.
Right. And I think there's also very little resources out there about AI and how we're using it for
Oh
organic.
yeah, definitely, yeah,
You know,
definitely.
and we kind of just put you on instantly with
Hmm.
all of that. So, what are your future goals now with organic? I know you mentioned like you still want to kind of keep on doing this until you kind of build enough capital and conviction to eventually go full time.
Yeah,
Um, but kind of let me in on I don't know like what you're thinking now to do with the business model, AI. What's on your mind as a beginner still, right? Because like you're still a
yeah,
beginner in my eyes.
yeah.
So, what are you looking to accomplish now?
So I'm definitely still trying to pick up like we still have a prod, like my next prod. You know what it is.
Yeah, insane.
I still want to run that pretty organically, just so I get down like um my own filming more. So I definitely want to do like more products regularly, just like learn everything more, get it more dialed down before I start like I'll do AI too, because like I already know how to do it, so
Right.
why not? So I'll probably do both. I'll probably do like one AI product and like one organic product, like regular organic product.
Mm-hmm.
Um, that's kind of what I'm thinking going forward. just till I learn, and then I'll go full AI. And then, like I said, honestly, just kind of run it up and see how much I make within the summer. So, and then once we get there, see how much I made. My goal is like 100K rev. If we hit that, I'll reconsider everything. So,
Yeah.
that's
Be able to show your parents
it.
like, hey, listen, this is like legitimate, you know?
Yeah, yeah,
Also, another thing I wanted to ask you too, like, what are some tips you would give somebody that's like currently in school trying to, do organic?
bro. Honestly, just keep going. Like I'm living proof of it, bro. I did 2 months of nothing. Like I didn't get any results for 2 months, just grinding, learning, doing all that shit. But like if you put your mind to it, like I would literally work from morning to night. Like I had no social life or anything. Like it's kind of sad to say, but like I literally told you sometimes like I'm like, bro, I'm like losing my mind doing this
Yeah,
shit. Cause like
yeah,
it's
yeah,
so
yeah.
much knowledge, you know what I mean? But
Right.
like hard work pays off, bro. And I'm like living proof of it. Like I put in the work for 2 months straight, didn't get any results, and then finally found that first winning product with you, and look where we are. So
Right.
honestly, just keep going, keep grinding and shit. Like don't give up.
Yeah. Do you think like scheduling your days out accordingly was really helpful for you? Because I remember like just even telling you like, hey, any free time that you have, like just dedicate it to this shit. Because I know sometimes it could get pretty hectic with like school and tests and exams and stuff like that. So
Yeah, definitely scheduling your day around like prioritizing what you need to do that day. And then you also put me on to like writing 3 things you need to do the next day or 5 things you need to do the next day. So like you're going into the next day. So you're not waking up feeling like what do I need to do? Like
right.
scrambling on your computer, figuring out what needs to be done. Like you already have that written down. So
Mm-hmm.
you got to do. Like every night write something down you need to do the next day.
Right.
Keeps you a lot more organized.
Yeah, because then it's like you wake up and you know exactly what you need to do rather than thinking
Exactly.
about like what do I need to do, right?
Yeah, it's a lot more
Um,
structured.
yeah, and that's when procrastination comes in and you just never get anything done.
Exactly. Yeah.
So crazy, bro, crazy. I love hearing it, bro. I
Yeah.
love hearing the beginners
Hmm.
just winning, especially when they're doing this like part time, because there's definitely a lot of potential there for a lot of people that are looking to do this part time because it's definitely possible. Obviously, I would consider like going all in is the best case scenario for this type of business model because it's the
Hmm.
type of business model, in my opinion, that the more you put in, the more you get out, right?
Yeah.
But I mean, Chase was able to make it work, right? He grinded. He went 2 months without seeing any results, just learning, 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 and then eventually it all paid off. And he's still relatively new to this, only 19 years old, and still in college, which is crazy.
Hmm.
So Chase, seriously, bro, thank you so much for having yourself here. This is great.
Yeah, of course.
Um,
Thank you, bro.
I feel like a lot of beginners are going to take a lot of inspo from you and, super
Yeah, I hope.
authentic. And I mean, yeah, bro, this is just the beginning. I hope to kind of see you again in another case study. Who knows? We might be running this
I'll
back.
be here, bro. I'll
Yeah,
be
I'm
here.
excited for Q4. Like I've been
Few
telling a lot of the
months.
guys, bro, like
Yeah.
Q4 is among us, and
Yes.
somebody like you that's so like passionate and also like really good at learning, right? Like you just learn and apply.
Hmm.
I'm excited what we're gonna be cooking up together come
Yeah, me
Q4.
too. Me too.
And who knows,
I'm
bro?
excited.
This might be the chance to go all in on ecom and make this like your
Yes,
full time
sir.
thing.
Yeah.
But like I said, bro, thanks so much for coming on. Any last words for the people? There's probably gonna be a couple thousand people watching this, so.
Um. Yeah, bro. Honestly, bro, just keep putting in the work every day. You'll see results. I promise you. And if you're not an FSE, hop on that shit.
Yeah, what are you doing, bro? What are you doing?
Genuinely, bro.
So yeah, guys, that's gonna be the case study for today. Thank you so much for watching. If you guys are interested in joining FSE, you guys can go ahead and take a look at the description below. And with that being said, Chase, one more time, thank you,
Of course.
and I'll see
Of
you
course.
guys in the next one. Peace out.